થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ આંટી. ખૂબ સરસ રીતે એકદમ સરળ ભાષામાં સમજાવ્યું. હવે નેક્સ્ટ આપણું સેકન્ડ જે બુક રિવ્યુઅર છે એનું નામ છે જેની વચહાની, તમારા જ ક્લાસમેટ. આપણે એનું સ્વાગત કરીએ. બુકનું નામ છે 400 ડેઝ અને રિટન બાય ચેતન ભગત. તો જેની આપ આવો અને આપણું વક્તવ્ય સ્ટાર્ટ.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, sir, our staff teachers, and respected and my dear friends. Uh, Today, I am going to share my thoughts that I speak about a book for everyone. This book starts with not excitement or thrill, but this book starts with a silence. Uh, a silence that refuses to disappear. A silence that carries slowly becomes heavy. The name of the book is Foreign, written by Chetan Bhagat. Chetan Bhagat is the author of 10 best-selling novels, and uh, which have sold over 12 million copies of their books and have been translated into over 20 languages worldwide. I chose this book because it is about crime and mystery and like none other books. This novel is a combination of mystery, emotional pain, family conflict, and very powerful idea that author's hope does not follow the rules of a time. This has 50 chapters. The story revolves around a young girl named Shia. She lives with her family in Icon and Gurugram. Her mother Anya is very caring and emotionally strong. Her father Manish, who is practical and responsible. She has a sister named Shuhana. And her grandparents Durga and Samshay, her uncle auntie Timmy and Rachna, and their children Sanjay and Rohit. They live in a different place, some far away from Icon. Uh, Her grandparents, Shamsher and Durga, who represent traditional life is ordinary. There is a routine, responsibility, and comfort in a family. And this is what makes what happens next is so disturbing. One day Sia was missing. There was no warning, no dramatic scene, and just absence. No one knows how Shia was missing. Her little sister Suhana that is a 6-year-old. She knows when Shia was missing, but she is too little that she cannot explain what she saw. The family was believed that it was a small misunderstanding. Maybe Shia will return in some time, or maybe Shia will go to somewhere. But minutes turn into hours, and the hours turn into a panic. Once I checked rapidly. Neighbors and household staff are asked the same question again and again. And slowly, fear takes over hope. The police are informed. At first, police act seriously. Search teams are sent. People are questioned. Inspector Chotala and Sub-Inspector Viren are involved in the case. There is a still belief that Sia will be returned and found quickly. For the family, each phone call brings both fear and hope that Shia will return very quickly. But days passed, too many days passed, no clear evidence is found, no strong lead appears. Uh, the questions are asked rapidly and the answers are given rapidly. The investigation begins to lose energy, not because the police are cruel, but because the system is tired. Slowly, the case moves from urgency to routine, and finally, the accusers stop. They lost hope that she will be found, or maybe she will die. They thought it's a kidnapping case, but it was kidnapping, but she was not dying, she was alive. And finally, for her family, the story does not end at all. All society thought that Sia was the story that ends too early. But her family cannot accept the situation. Among all family members, Alia, her mother, is the one who suffers the most. She cannot accept silence as a truth. She cannot accept the idea that time alone can decide her daughter's fate. For Alia, every passing day without an answer is not a closure, it is a torture. She continues to imagine she has returned. She continues to remember her voice, her habit, her presence. Her hope does not fade, it becomes stronger. Her husband Manish, however, begins to change. He is emotionally exhausted. Living between hope and fear every day is destroying him. He believes that combined continuing with her wait without answer is not healthy. She lost the hope that she will be found. And Manish wants to move forward. Not because he has forgotten Shia, but because the pain was unbearable. This creates a deep emotional divide between husband and wife. They live in the same house, but in completely different emotional worlds. The grandparents, Durga and Samshed, also want stability. They believe that reopening the case will just reopen the bounds. From them, peace is more important than truth, and this hurts the most. Sia's sister Suhana becomes the white victim of this tragedy. She loves her sister, but she is expected to adjust. No one openly asks her how she feels. Right? Her pain remains invisible, so her children often suffer silently during family trauma. Within the self is a Timmy, his brother, and his wife. Rachna, they have children, Sanjay and Rohit. Their life continues normally. School, play, laughter. Their, their contrast is one of the most painful. The contrast was the most painful. One child is missing and other child are growing. The book shows how tragedy does not affect everyone equally. As months pass, Alia realizes something important. If she waits for others to act, nothing will happen. She decided to act herself. She approaches a private investigator named Kesh, who works with her sword. Keshav is not shown as a heroic figure. He is emotionally broken. He carries the guilt from his past. But Alia's determination forces him to look at the case. The investigation begins again, slowly, carefully, and painfully. As Keshav investigates, many people appear suspicious. Roy, Hermes, even a priest. Each has a secret, each hides something. The story becomes tense. The reader begins to understand that danger is not always from strangers. It exists much closer. Truth does not come easily. It takes time. It takes emotional damage. And finally, after 100 days, yet it is found. Not in a way that brings happiness, but in a way that brings truth. This moment gives meaning to the title 400 days. It is not about investigation duration. It is about how long hope survives. The book ends with a powerful message. Time does not have everything. Some bounds wait for the truth. 400 days remain. Truth that society may move on. System may stop, but a mother's hope is not written. This book teaches us that a mother's love is very high before anyone.